So, this came out recently for Halo Infinite, and it's the Halo Infinite update for April 2022 of this year. I have to say, I have never been super disappointed in Halo games in my past because, I love Halo. Since 2006, I loved Halo, but 343's handling of Halo has been abysmal, to put it kindly. So it says, the road ahead. Look at these armor. Look at this armor. Th- What about this is Halo? Like seriously, what about this armor is Halo? You know, is it supposed to be Tartarus with that elite skull there? I mean, this armor does not look like Halo. These two don't. This is the only one. These two here look like it, but this one here doesn't. So hardly any of these actually look like they belong in Halo. I mean, this looks like something from other sci-fi franchises. It doesn't look Halo. I mean, even and this didn't start with um, this didn't start with Halo Infinite. It was Halo 5 and the crappy wreck things they had then. But at least a lot of it still looked like Halo, and the same thing with MCC. Then in the later seasons, like the last like 2 seasons, I think, they started adding armor that made no damn sense. Like, ancient Roman armor and everything. It's like, yeah, cool. That's something I want to wear on my Spartan. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like actual Spartan armor. Whoop de doo, props to you. But I don't give two flying. I don't care. So anyway, this is 2 days ago from 343 officially. It says, hello everyone, we're season 2 locked and loaded for May 3rd. Wow, so you actually have a set solid date of May 3rd. That's surprising. Want to share a roadmap of what we're planning to deliver during season 2 and for the rest of the year. More than anything else, we want this roadmap, and I was actually surprised that there is a roadmap, to be accurate and reliable. Some items and dates are certain, and these are clearly listed. Others are marked as targets or goals. Okay, this right here, these mean the same fucking thing. Your target can be a goal, and your goal can be a target. It's the same damn thing. Those words are interchangeable. But whatever. Anyway, and they will become more certain over time. Roadmap's timeframe will also expand as we announce longer-term initiatives. In other words, this roadmap is an evolving document and will let you know when we make changes to it. With all that in mind, here's the Halo Infinite roadmap for 2022. So the rest of this year, that's great. We're only in the ending of April, and we still have what? It's going to be May soon, so there's going to be what, another 7 months left in the year. Great. So let's look at this. Season 2, Lone Wolves, May 3rd to November 7th. 6 months. 6 months of this. Let's zoom this in a little bit. So let's look what we have here. Season 2, Lone Wolves. And season 3 starts the day after. Wow, so no break. It just goes right away. Season 2 ends. Season 3, boom, next day. Awesome. So new maps, Catalyst, Arena, and Breaker BTB. Wow, 2 whole maps. So cool. A 6 month season with 2 maps. I hmm. I can't say I was expecting more because I really wasn't, but this is just beyond insulting. On top of that, these are meant for exclusive one game mode. So this is exclusively for Arena, this is exclusively for Big Team Battle. There's nothing for free for all or anything else. So you can't play Arena on Breaker and you can't play Big Team Battle on Catalyst. Cool. New game modes. King of the Hill. That's not new. That's been a thing at least since Halo 3, maybe even Halo 2. So it's not new. Land grab. That sounds like territories. And again, that's not new. Spoilers. So far, 2 of these are not new. Last Spartan standing. Okay. So what? Is that supposed to be something cool? So far, only one of these game modes is quote unquote new. And if custom games worked at launch like they were supposed to, then people could just make a custom game with Last Spartan standing. Narrative events, interference in Alpha Pack. Okay. What is that? Who cares? New Tier 100 Battle Pass, free armor core, earnable credits. Those are only available if you buy the premium Battle Pass, I'm sure. And that's also cool. Earnable credits. Yeah, I'm going to call it that the earnable credits will not give you anything. It'll be enough to just tease you a little bit, and then that's it. Nothing really major. It won't be like MCC, where you can earn credits by completing all challenges, any challenges, and some challenges give you, well, I think all challenges give you 1 season point, I think. Some, I think, give you 2, maybe. I don't know. I haven't played MCC and done the challenges in a while. So, if you play all the PvP and PvE challenges to completion, that means in 1 week you get 10 credits for the Battle Pass. Not just for Season 8, but for Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Meaning that you're not forced to only use the credits in the newest season. Which begs the question, is that going to be continuing in Halo Infinite? Or are they going to adopt what Call of Duty does, where once the season is up, oh well, you can't get anything from that season? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they just were like, oh yeah, season 1 lasted for X number of months, you should have gotten it when you did. It honestly would not surprise me in the least. Fracture Entrenched, another Fracture event. Whoop-de-frickin-do, who gives a shit? I don't. Campaign Network Co-op. Late August target. Co-op campaign. Late August. That's gonna be what? Over like what, 6, 7 months post-launch? We're finally getting co-op? When every other Halo game that is released, everyone, Combat Evolved, has split-screen co-op. Halo 2 has split-screen co-op. Halo 3 had 4-player split-screen co-op or over Xbox Live. ODST had the same. Reach had the same. 4 had the same. Combat Evolved Anniversary had the same, except it was 2-player, like normal Combat Evolved. MCC had the same. Halo 5 had the same, except they got rid of split screen, which was just, for greed, but it was still there at release, at launch. And speaking of Halo 5 had a more coherent and better roadmap that explained what was going to happen. We're only just now getting a roadmap after, what, 5, 6 months of the game's lifespan? Cool. Campaign mission replay. Wow, who cares? Seriously. So that means we have to wait another month, potentially 2 months. Actually, no, 3, because you got June, July. So potentially 2 to 3 months after Season 2 drops, just to be able to replay certain missions in the campaign. And at that point, late August, it'll probably turn into September. That is almost a year post-launch. Cool. That's great. That's real great. You're doing really good, 343. Really good. Not. Forge open beta, September target. See, I see through the thin veneer of this wording because it says, I hope that my TV is not coming through on the mic. I'm just watching a movie in the background. Notice how they say Forge open beta. Open beta. Beta. Think about that word. Halo Infinite, for the longest time, even now, it still feels like a beta. Lack of content, lack of a lot of things at launch. So this just goes to show This is how they're going to word it. Because that way, when it releases, when the open beta releases in September, which honestly, let's be real. Is it going to release in September? Is it really? Let's be real with that. Is it? Probably not. I mean, that's their quote unquote target, aka what we are aiming for. They were also aiming for a good game, and they failed miserably. They were going for a strike, they got a gutter ball. Anyway, so that way, when it releases and it inevitably has bugs, glitches, crashes, missing features, people they can just say, but it's a beta. That's their plan. Because it's like, oh, you can't complain. It's only a beta test, you know? It's only open beta. You can't really complain about it. You can't really complain about it because it's a beta. Of course, there are going to be problems with it when it's in beta form. Quality of life improvements. Are you going to list those? No. And here's what they're planning for season 3. Oh, yeah, I also forgot. New Tier 100 Battle Pass as well that you have to buy. And the free version is going to have jack and shit. I guarantee you. So, let's look. So, for Season 3, November 8th, new 100 Tier Battle Pass, new maps, new modes, new sandbox items. What does that mean? New narrative events, new Fracture event, Forge Open Beta, quality of life improvements, campaign split screen co-op, timing to be determined. Wow, cool. So we're not going to get that till over a year post-launch. Yay. But this is interesting to point out. Look at the similarities between Season 2 and 3. Tier 100 Battle Pass, same. New maps, same. New modes, new sandbox items. We don't know what that means. New narrative events, boom. New Fracture event, boom. Forge Open Beta, boom. Quality of life improvements, boom. Campaign co-op improvements, boom. They literally copy pasted Season 3 from Season 2. The only thing that's different is the quote new sandbox items. What does that mean? New guns? New maps? New equipment? What does that mean? You're not being specific to us. This is why people have distrust of 343 and Halo Infinite. And I'm sorry that people are popping up on Steam. I should have signed out from Steam, but I don't care. But it's just that's why people just don't give a crap. People don't give a shit about it. So I wonder if new sandbox items it could potentially mean where I can't wait until we see the inevitable campaign DLC that we're going to see for $10, $15, $20 later on. So that means that season 2 is going to take the rest of the year basically. 6 months of one season. And we don't get anything. We get 2 maps and they each have 1 game mode. We get 3 game modes. 2 are not new. Only 1 is potentially new, and that's Last Spartan Standing. King of the Hill, not new. Land Grab, it's probably territories. That's not new. More, and notice how they don't put, new things going to be added to the store, because we know there's going to be new things added to the store. We know there is. They're going to have all these new things added to the store. That's going to cost a crap ton of money or a crap ton of credits. They're never going to change that because 343, Microsoft, they don't care about you. They don't care about the consumer. They care about money. That's all they care about. If that wasn't true, then they would not have released Halo Infinite as it is. And if people are going to be saying, "Oh, you're judging Infinite unfairly," no, I'm not. I'm judging it at release. Oh, but you gotta give it time. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. I'm judging Infinite how it is at launch. It launched broken. Big Team Battle took 4 weeks to be fixed. Theater and customs are still broken. The campaign has so much crap missing from it. There's no co-op. You can't go back and play specific missions. There's bugs and glitches in the multiplayer. There's forced crossplay with PC, meaning that people have experienced hacking, people have experienced people cheating and hacking on the PC version, which bleeds into the Xbox people fighting against people like that. And none of that has been fixed. And I don't think it will be. And you might say, oh, but that can fall under the quality of life improvements. Yeah. And we have to wait another, week or so. What? How long until what is it? May 3rd? That is over a week away. So this Tuesday it'll be a week. So a week and a day. So 8 days from now is when it releases. That means we'd have to wait another week for a potential update that might fix the cheating and the hacking, but we don't know if the quality of life improvements is going to launch right away. Who knows? It might take another few weeks or even months until we get those quote quality of life improvements. So the roadmap reflects the same studio progress we shared back in March, addressing issues negatively impacting player experience. Well, that's pretty much everything. Everything. I mean, that's pretty much how it is. That's just how it is. I mean, there's hardly any maps. The maps aren't fitted or catered to specific game modes. I've seen people playing 4v4 game modes in maps that are more catered to big team battle. I would rather play Master Chief Collection. I can play 4v4 on a map that is meant for the 4v4. Or I can play Big Team Battle on a map that is meant for Big Team Battle, or it works. I can play custom games that works. I can have theater that works. I can play co-op with friends that works. I don't have to worry about cheating and hacking. Because I've played the Xbox and PC versions of Master Chief Collection. I've played it for many years. I've yet to encounter any hackers and cheaters. Yet in Halo Infinite, a game from 2021, has those problems. That's insane. It's insane how a game from 2007 has more content than a game from 2021, like Halo 3. Let's go down the list, shall we? The campaign, 4-player co-op, either split screen or Xbox Live. Where's that in Halo Infinite? Gone. The multiplayer has a rank system. Halo Infinite doesn't have that. There's multiple different kinds of game modes. There's even things like Lone Wolves. There's fun game modes like SWAT, Team Snipers, Infection, Free For All, Big Team Battle, Team Slayer, SWAT. I think I already said that. You know? Halo Infinite doesn't have that. There's custom games where you can do pretty much anything you want. Infinite doesn't have that. There's Forge, which, yes, Halo 3's Forge was a bit to be desired, but it was their first try at it. And Halo 3's Forge is still really good, even now. Infinite doesn't have that. Working theater mode, you know? These are all things that Infinite is just missing. So it says, completing Season 2 and delivering it as promised on May 3rd. Continuing work on campaign, co-op, Forge, and Season 3. These three things should have been in the game at launch, like every other Halo game, with the exception of maybe 5. I think 5 had Forge that was delayed as well. But every game before that, from 3 to ODST to 4 to MCC, all released as a full package. With a priority 0 of team health and getting ourselves into a sustainable development rhythm so that we can deliver great experiences to all of you while maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Okay? I mean, you mean to tell me that you can't have people swap in? You can't have like one group work on stuff for a while and then swap in with another team that was taking it easy and then swap that back and forth and back and forth? So there's always a group working, a good amount on stuff? Or is it just all hands on deck, everybody, and then you get wiped out and then everyone leaves and stops working on it? I feel like it's a pretty simple solution to have half the studio working on it while the other half relaxes. Then the half that works relaxes, and the half that relaxed works. And you swap that back and forth and back and forth. It is not that difficult. It's not that difficult. That's retail does the same thing. When people are on their days off, the people work, then they have their days off, and then other people come in and work, and they just keep doing that. It's not that hard to think about, but whatever. Anyway, so it says, we know we need to deliver more content and more features more quickly. Gee, you don't say. Almost as if that's what everybody has been freaking telling you from the beginning. Staying true to priority 0 means that sometimes we need to slow down in order to stay healthy and move faster later, but we're also aggressively looking at ways to accelerate. Okay, see, you had, what, 5, 6 years to work on this game? You should have been focusing on that then. You know, you should have been working on accelerating and looking at ways to accelerate while you were developing the game. You had 5, 6 years to do it, and you're only just now prioritizing that? Okay, whatever. Cool. So, anyway, for example, we want to get the Forge toolset in your hands sooner rather than later so that awesome community maps and modes can more rapidly make their way into the game. That's basically their way of saying, hey, we want to get you guys to play Forge because we can't make maps and game modes ourselves. We want you guys to do it for us. Fuck off. Okay? Seriously. I mean, I've had more fun playing other games. Recently I've been playing more Batman the Telltale series, SPV3, Skyrim, Fallout, Alien Isolation, Truck Simulator, what else? Half-Life, Brutal Half-Life. I have not played Halo that much. And even when the Flood Firefight came out, I played one custom game of it for about 25 minutes. I played one matchmaking game of it, and that was it. I haven't played since because this was supposed to come out when Season 8 dropped last year, but it got delayed, 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 delayed. And I thought we were also promised elite firefights in ODST as well. Where's that? I guess they 86'd it? Cool. Thank this happen, we're targeting a Forge open beta later in Season 2. Yeah, but it's basically saying, hey, we're going to give you guys this, but if it doesn't work, remember, it's a beta. We don't want you complaining about it when it's a beta. Notice how much they say beta. I mean, it's like we're targeting a Forge open beta. Forge tools out to everyone. Wait, fighting program and go right to open beta. I mean, can we just say, jeez. Anyway, we successfully had Forge in private fighting for limited audience for some time, so we decided to forego a large-scale formal fighting program and go right to open beta. Okay, so that means that instead of doing it where it's more private fighting program, where a small number of people will find bugs and issues and report back to you, and you fix them before the mode is released, you're saying, nope, nope, we've had a small number of fighting, with a limited audience for a little bit. We're just going to go right to open beta and have them report back to us, even though, we shouldn't be doing that. That just shows you how freaking out of touch and, borderline incompetent 343 is being with this. Forge will persist from the open beta onwards, evolving and growing over time. No, it's released as one complete thing. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm sorry. I don't understand why that's so freaking difficult. Anyway, as we continue to improve and ramp up, please understand that all of us at 343 are committed to making Halo Infinite the best Halo experience ever. My ass. If they really were, they would have delayed the game again. Can you really say if they came out with a press event and said, would you rather us spend another year working on the game so it's more complete, or release the game right away and release things patchwork over time? I guarantee the majority of Halo fans, true Halo fans, would say, no, work on the game, delay it, work on it, release it, and it's a complete freaking package like how it's supposed to. But no, we gotta have these live service games without the service. I mean, this isn't a live service game. It is a huge. It's all basically a freaking beta test at this point. So anyway, primary reason we're extending season 2 is to give us time before shipping another season to fully address quality of life improvements based on learnings from season 1, as well as other data and feedback we've collected. No, that's not the reason you're extending it. You're extending it because you just want to artificially extend and inflate the game's lifespan. That's your reason for it. Why do you have to wait for a season release to release quality of life improvements? Why do you have to do that? Why can't you just release a small update in between the seasons and there you go? Like 2 days from now, you could patch up several things and release a small update, fixing some quality of life stuff. Why do you have to wait a whole nother season for it? And what happens if the quality of life updates you put out in season 2 doesn't fix everything? Does that mean that we have to wait another 6 months before you fix the rest of it? If so, that is stupid. Beyond stupid. It's asinine. Quality of life is shorthand for bug fixes, new features, and/or content to address issues negatively impacting player experiences, aka pretty much everything. We'll be delivering improvements as part of the season releases and separate updates during seasons. Okay, good. This more. Okay? Separate updates during seasons. More of that. Anyway, one player facing turn for quality of life updates that land during seasons is drop pods, much like their ODST namesake. These release vehicles are meant to drop in hot just as soon as they're ready. Our target is one drop every month. Okay, that's at least good. At least, I guess. So, speaking of which, Season 2 launch not less than 2 weeks away. If you haven't already seen the previous Season 2's new maps and new modes, yeah, 2 new maps, 3 modes, of which 2 of them are not new. Yeah, no thank you. During these preview videos, you'll spy some of Season 2's new armor customization options, and here are a few extra combinations to whet your appetite. That doesn't whet my appetite. It makes me look at this shit and say, this is not Halo. This middle is stupid. This one here looks weird. This one looks, I don't even know. This one looks like Ant-Man. I mean, you can't tell me that's not Ant-Man. This one, I don't like it. This one kind of looks like George's helmet from Reach, and this one looks pretty good. So only these two here on the left look good. These 4 look crappy, from crappy to mediocre. This one looks crappy to mediocre as well. So I have a lot to share, deep dive into the Battle Pass rewards, multiplayer narrative events. So, I mean, this is just, all of this is just a big coming soon, you know? This is all just a big red herring, essentially. And it just blows my mind that there are so many people that are just so dedicated to Halo Infinite that they just don't care that they're being shortchanged on this game. I have played it. I've played multiplayer. I played the campaign, not fully to completion, but my friend let me play it. His like version of it, like he let me use his um he let me use his Game Pass. He bought one of my friends bought Game Pass for me, and like he did it where it was like only $1 for like 3 months or whatever. I tried Infinite, the campaign, hated it. I played not much of it, and I remember finding, you know, after I completed one mission, I went back and I started like looking stuff up to see if I can, because I saw like skulls and stuff. It's like, cool, I want to go back and find some of these skulls. Nope, you can't go back and play certain missions. You gotta beat it and play it again from the beginning and go from there. That means if you find something cool near the end of the game and you finish that mission and you go back, you have to wait even longer until you can go back. No, thank you. The fact that that's an update that they have to add in as a new feature blows my mind. So I have no words other than what I've been saying. So this game, if you want to call it that, is a disgrace to Halo. 343 should be ashamed of themselves. Microsoft should be ashamed of themselves, but they're not. All they see is money and dollar signs. That's all they see. They don't see anything else. They see how much money they can squeeze out of you, and that's it. They don't care. And people are like, oh, but the multiplayer is free to play. Da, 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 da. They need the money to upkeep. Bull. If that was true, Microsoft would not be willing to throw out $70 billion to acquire Activision and Blizzard. $70 billion. You can't tell me that Microsoft is hurting for money, and you can't tell me that 343 is hurting for money. So I don't want to hear it. Because people have to spend 60, because if people don't play through Xbox, they have to spend $60 on Steam. Because me, I don't play anything on the Xbox stuff, There's only one game, and that's Resident Evil 7. Other than that, I don't have anything on Xbox here that I really play. Everything I have on Steam. You know, I mean, Alien Isolation, Skyrim, Fallout, Half-Life Saga. Brutal Half-Life, Metro, Star Wars games. Like Republic Commando, KOTOR, The Witcher, Bioshock. I mean, all these are games I have on Steam, and I don't have to worry about spending money to play online multiplayer for these games. Which that's another argument entirely. But the TLDR of this is one big disappointment. It makes sense. The game is called Halo Infinite because it's infinite disappointment, infinite beta, infinite shit, and infinite greed. That's what the infinite means. But there's a lot of people that just suckle at the teats of 343, and Microsoft's like, no, it's infinite possibilities, infinite fun. No, it's not. Trust me, I've tried it. So just if you've been thinking about playing Halo Infinite, stay away from it. It's not worth it. Play something else, you know, that actually has good content. So, anyway, on that note, don't worry, I'm still writing up stuff, so don't worry about that. And I will see you guys later.